Life Masters!
Mit Jim und Clarkson.
Visible oranges.
You know, doing the air guitar just reminds me of those guys that would show up at the early Judas pre-shows with the cardboard cutout guitars.
Yes.
How do you not feel like a just ginormous panache doing that?
This all happened at a time, Jim, prior to the internet
Yeah,
and online pornography.
right. So people would not see what,
Like,
and
what
I'm sticking
what
with
we
my
got-
pronunciation,
what you doing
ginormous
tonight?
panache.
What you doing tonight? I'm going down to the pre-show and play my cardboard guitar.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Actually,
I'm going to play everything.
wildly underrated Italian director, Ginorme Panache.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Jim. He's Clarkson. We're the Life Masters. You might also know us as the Film Thugs.
Everything.
We are reachable through our website. Reachable. We're available
Imminently reachable.
eminently reachable on the internets through www.thelifemasters.podbean.com or www.thefilmthugs.com. You can also email us at 512. You can also email us at thelifemasters@gmail.com or call 512-666-RANT.
Call us, extension 219.
the_film_thugs on Skype. Basically, here's the rundown of this. We've been doing a podcast about movies for about 6 years now. We decided we are way too smart and contain way too much wisdom of this world to not unload that shit on all of you bastards.
Sounds good.
And so we started doing this podcast. It seemed like a fun way of doing it. If you want to support us, go to our websites and click on one of our Amazon links and buy some shit there. If you've already got one saved, do it again because they've updated the system. We're also on Patreon at the Film Thugs. So I've got a few new letters here. Let's see what we've got. We've got Orange Crush, Creep 2, Not Psychic, Creep 1, Cosby Sweater, It's Not You, It's Me, and Jonesing the Bill. And just so you know, that last one, that is referencing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
So do any of those sound particularly good to you?
I think we should do an arc of Creep 1 and Creep 2.
All right, we'll do Creep 1 and Creep 2. So let me go ahead and pull up Creep 1 first. And then we'll just, after that, we'll just roll on to another one and do Creep 2. And
Just
all
like
should be
that.
well. Yeah, just like that. All right, here we go. Dear Life Masters, we have a creeper in our social group. He's about 10 years older than the rest of us on average, divorced with 2 kids. And I know this is going to sound like every in denial person who ever wrote into an advice columnist ever, but he's not a bad guy. He's fun to hang out with. He's a devoted dad. He's a loyal friend. And he's driving away all of his female friends with his behavior. He's mostly been concentrating on the other women, telling them to expose themselves, telling them their skirts weren't flying high enough when they were dancing, hitting on them when he knows they have boyfriends. My husband tells me Creeper has also hit on me a couple times, but I haven't noticed it. Most of this happens when he is drunk, but even sober, he has a tendency to make sexist jokes or joke about sex and then tell us we have no sense of humor and we don't find it funny. A couple of months ago, he started complaining loudly and repeatedly that he really wants to get laid because he hasn't had sex since his divorce about 2 or 3 years ago. Whenever there are parties, it seems like he goes with the mindset that he will meet someone there and be able to have sex with, rather than have fun with his friends. A couple of months ago, at one of these parties, some of us went to the park after dark to hang out. Creeper approached one of my friends, asked where her boyfriend was, and when he was told the boyfriend was out of town, he put his hands on her shoulder and told that BF had forfeited her for the evening. I talked to Creeper about this last incident and tried to explain that his behavior is making every woman in our social group very uncomfortable, that approaching a woman in the dark, putting his hands on her without permission, and implying that because her boyfriend wasn't there, that she was up for grabs was not fucking cool. That when 2 of our friends got married and he spent the entire reception hitting on the bride's family member, including her 16-year-old cousin, he appeared to be more focused on getting laid than celebrating the marriage of 2 of his friends. that when he is sober, he's not so bad, but he gets drunk, he gets really creepy, and maybe he should not be going to parties and getting drunk anymore. He seemed to listen to me at the time, but now a month later, he's whining on Facebook that people aren't finding his sex jokes funny and calling him a creeper. I know I'm not a creeper, but everyone else knows, but I guess I've made a few faux pas with friends of friends. Pretty much sums it up. So clearly nothing I said sank in. I want to punch him. I dearly love to tell him that just because someone calls you a creeper or creepy doesn't make you a bad person. But if every female friend you have is telling you that you make them uncomfortable, then you are the fucking problem. Unfortunately, he clearly isn't listening to what I've been telling him. And I'm the one who hasn't been driven off. The rest of our female friends are flat out avoiding him for their own safety, and I can't blame them one bit for it. And I can't tell if it's because I'm female or because I'm 10 years younger than he is. He also has a tendency to get defensive, and he's starting to retreat into nice guy territory. I've considered asking one of the other men to talk to him, but again, I'm worried he'll dismiss whoever talks to him because he's older than the rest of us. Something needs to happen here, obviously, but I have no idea what. He invites other people over for games a lot, being one of the few people who has a big enough table for gaming, and comes over a lot as well. And the guys in the group are mostly fine hanging out with him. They all agree that something needs to be done about his behavior, but for them, it's not as urgent, I guess. He also lives a block away from me, so I see him quite a bit. I know there's no way out of this without drama and hurt feelings and awkwardness. I just don't know what to do. Do I try to get the others to confront him? Arrange some sort of intervention, tells my husband that Creeper's not invited to our place anymore and avoid events where Creeper will be? I would call him out myself. But one, I can't speak for my friends, especially when they've been affected more than I have. And two, he clearly won't listen to me. And three, I'm shit at confrontation and tend to get flustered and start crying. Any advice you would have would be really helpful. Thanks. Creeper, no creeping. This is one of those I'm glad I'm a guy things.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to deal with that.
Nope.
I do like the fact that she says, basically, if you can't figure out who the asshole is, you're the asshole. Because there's no question, no doubt, no anything. This cat's out of fucking line. And that's one where your significant other kind of needs to have your back on this one.
Yeah.
Desperately needs to have your back and say, look,
all of the significant others should have your back.
Every guy who's involved in this shouldn't be okay with it.
No.
Because it's not okay.
No.
Walking up and I'm sorry, I can't imagine a situation where that's not creepy to put your hands on her shoulder and go, well, then you're forfeited for the night.
No.
I mean, what the fuck?
No. Nope.
That's creepy and gross.
Want to drive my panel van?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Fun.
That's a lot of guys don't get. It's funny because there was this article Hope found online where they were talking about, like, if you could switch places with a member of the opposite sex, what would the first thing you'd do be? Most guys are like, I feel my boobs and all this stuff.
Right.
Hope and I both have the same thing. We would both do the same thing. Try and pick something up. If she and I switched bodies, I would be fascinated at how heavy everything in the world was, and she'd just want to see how much shit she could throw.
I would punch Gloria Steinem.
Right in the vagina. But what most women online say when guys are like, I'd finger my boobs, I'd do this and that, women would be like, I'd go jogging at night. I'd go to a bar by myself. I'd go to a park by myself. I'd walk to my car at night without having to be ready for...
Yep.
Aziz Ansari has a show called Master of None on Netflix that is so fucking good. And there's one episode that begins with him and a friend walking home at New York at night, cross-cut with a woman from the bar walking home. And like this dude follows her home like, hey, come on, why don't you give me a chance? Come on.
Right.
And they're walking like, you want to take a shortcut through the park? Okay. And it's this utter night and day difference. Guys our size will never have any concept of how incredibly difficult this sort of situation is for a woman.
No.
Because as I said to one of my classes today, everyone in the world is hilariously tiny and weak to me. And I bet you feel the same way.
No.
No.
No. No.
I'm in that...
some genuinely terrifying motherfuckers.
Right.
Like, nope. I am in no way capable of handling this.
Right. I'm in that
I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah. I'm in that rarefied, huge, size space that even the scary folks tend to look at me and be like,
You haven't met the scary part.
That's true. That's true. I've also avoided a lot of that shit.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I
good.
said.
That's a good thing.
99%. There's that
You don't
1%
wanna-
that would
you
scare the shit out of
You
me.
don't want to go looking for
Yeah,
him.
that would turn my ass white.
Yes.
But with this, this is something where you need to talk to your boyfriend and be like, look, this is making me uncomfortable as shit, and
All the
I don't want to hang out with you anymore.
men
Yeah,
in this group need to be aware of the situation. If
Yeah.
it is legitimately that bad,
yeah.
he could just be an awkward motherfucker.
Right.
And you're just taking him out of context.
That's
I
true.
don't know that. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that.
Yeah, and
Obviously.
we are not
I just don't know.
asserting that. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
There's a lot
know
of,
the guy,
lot of
yeah.
variables here.
the
You're
hands.
worried about giant tables to game on and
Right.
going to the park at night.
Yeah,
I mean, you might not be the best
Yeah.
group. I mean, it might
Right.
be coupled together with a lot of the Star Wars bar scene.
yeah. You're
as
going
far
to
as friends go.
You're going to the
Let's go
park
to
at
the
night.
park.
That's weird. I mean, also maybe when I was 30, I might not have been averse, but I mean,
don't-
you all 15 and he's 25?
Yeah, is that the situation?
That makes sense, and that would make it even
Gaming?
worse.
Gaming.
Well, no, gaming, like, I'm imagining we're probably talking board games and the like. I mean,
I don't know, man.
we go over to your house and game.
The
Cards
no,
Against
no.
huge.
No, I'm not worried about. I'm
Yeah,
not bitching
yeah,
about gaming.
Yeah,
Even Dungeons and Dragons. But
Yeah.
this tells me something along those lines.
right. Probably, you're correct. Yeah,
Just guessing. All the men in this bunch need to be made aware of the situation,
right.
and once they know,
Yeah.
not that they should go over there and whoop this guy's ass.
Oh, I
he,
think they
he,
should.
Well, he hasn't crossed that line. He is being dishonorable, of course.
Oh, utterly,
but that should
unquestionably.
be,
Yeah,
be made plain to him by other men.
yeah, yeah.
All the women get together
'Cause
he'll
there
make
are-
him feel like a little star. He'll make him feel like a fucking snowflake.
Right.
Oh, look at all this attention.
And there are also some guys that when a woman tells them shit, they won't. The example, this is something I love to tell. You've met my mother, so you will appreciate the humor of this situation. We come back from Panama, and we're purchasing a car. We sold our cars in Panama, so we're getting a new car. And there was the Ancira Winton, which was right around the corner. You know where my old house was, right around the corner from there. And my mom went through all the shit. She found the car. She was going to sit down to make a deal signed. Now, this is granted. This is like 88, 89. It's the end of the 80s, so it was a different time. And the salesman says to my mom, well, okay, cool. We got out of the other way. You can come in. You and your husband come in and we'll talk over the final price. My mom was like, oh, no, I'm here. I'm able to deal. I can do this. Oh, we'll just, when your husband can come in. And my mom was like, no, well, just bring your husband in and we'll talk about it. My mom left.
You just lost his sale.
Yeah. My dad called, talked to the person we knew. It was like a younger salesman who was just My dad called the service manager. Was like, what the fuck did you people do? Explained it. My mom got a call a little bit later from the salesman going, oh, Mr. I am so sorry. I would love to go. We'll talk with you. I'll bring the car to your house and we can sign the papers in your living room. And that'll be fine. Mom was like, oh no, my husband's not here. She fucking worked it beautifully in the way only Nancy could.
Oh, yeah.
But there are guys out there who, if a woman says something, can ignore it and will ignore it. But there are also, they'll ignore it. But if you get a guy to say it, then they'll be like, oh, what? Oh, man, I didn't realize. And they'll say it just to placate the guys. Mm-hmm. But this guy is...
he needs to be regulated.
He does, yeah.
By the other guys.
Yeah.
They need to let him know, hey, man, you were acting in a way that is not cool with
Yeah.
the females of this group.
Uh-huh.
And you have two choices.
Yeah.
You either keep it up and get fucked up,
Yeah.
or you can knock it off and we can all get along.
Yeah. And dude, if you knock it off and here's the thing. The more desperately you're putting in the I'm trying to get laid,
Oh.
that stinks off a guy. And women
Yeah.
can pick that up.
Of course.
Women have spent their whole lives avoiding that, trying to get laid stink off of us. So don't put yourself in that position to be that guy, okay? Man.
Yeah, just
Don't
regulate
be-
this
yeah.
and don't keep it to yourself.
Yeah, talk to your female friends, talk to your boyfriend, talk to their boyfriends, and make sure they understand, because the guys don't get it. We don't get this.
No, we're not going to pick up on the subtleties.
Yeah, and you have to come out and say, even if you tell us, well, he's being creepy, we'll tell him to cool out. No, it's making us uncomfortable. If that happened with any woman I dated at any point, it's like, whoa, you're serious.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll take care of this.
And if they, here's this. Mm-hmm. Now, the rest of this bunch, if the men in this group do not take care of the situation, all you ladies need to leave.
Yeah.
Whatever situation you're in, dating, marriage.
Yeah.
Am I being too far? Am I going too far? No, I'm not.
Nope.
Go.
Hit the fucking door.
That is fucked
You
up.
are with the wrong person.
Yeah. So.
Man, well, I think that sums that shit up. Oh, damn it. Why? There we go. So,
Fucking creeper.
yeah, that's fucking, oh, wow. Yeah, so check us out next time. You know how to get in touch with us with everything. Take care, bitches. I don't know what she's getting so upset about. Get the gummy bears from lower and lower.